to build your willpower. Now, willpower is pretty interesting because when we hear the word willpower, we kind of relate it to, losing weight or quitting smoking or starting a fitness routine. But willpower actually is extremely helpful when trying to break those bad habits, but it can also be beneficial in many, many, many other areas of your life as well. And it's important to realize that you're not born with willpower. It's something we must nurture and build in ourselves. And once we strengthen our willpower, it'll provide us with the upper hand in achieving our goals and our dreams. Why is this? Because we'll develop an unshakable focus and intensity in purpose. And willpower is one of these things that is finite. You wake up with X amount of units of willpower, and as you go through the day, you deplete these things. Every single decision you make during the day affects your willpower. This is why individuals like Mark Zuckerberg and Jobs and other people, they usually wear the same clothes every day to work. Not the same clothes, but the same style, so that they don't have to make a decision. Imagine waking up in the morning and having a decision on what should I wear. All of that question is deleting your willpower. This is why if you're going to do a fitness routine, also you put all your clothes out at night, you do everything at night, so when you wake up, you don't have to make any decisions. You must be committed to reaching your goals. Everybody thinks they're committed until there is a hiccup. And then if you're not completely committed to what you want to accomplish, there's no way you'll be able to develop any willpower. So you really, really need to be honest with yourself and know that this is something you truly want to see until the end. There was a book called The Dip, and the author's name escapes me right now, but he talks about setting a goal and then asking yourself, what would have to happen for me not to pursue this goal? And if you come up with answers, then throw the goal away. Because if there's something that would stop you, don't start. And this is the same principle here, is that you must be committed. You must be no matter what, because then you will build the willpower, the mental strength, the perseverance, the grit, all those terms to see it through. Call on your inner strength. Now, some refer to inner strength as your soul. It's that inner part. It's not exactly mental strength, but it comes from within you. But build your willpower takes perseverance. I mean, this is a time to call on your inner strength when you have that. And that you could look at that is your why. Why are you doing what you're doing? The inner strength is asking yourself why. What's the purpose? Is it family? Is it love? Is it whatever that is? And that's part of your inner strength. And you'll have many days of success. You will. I mean, when you start going on a path to reach your goals, you're going to have some great days, but there will also be days when there aren't as triumphant. They just don't feel good, right? And it's on those not so good days that you can call on your inner strength to get you back on track. Building your willpower to achieve a goal is a large undertaking, especially if it's a large goal that you're committed to and you know your why. Sometimes it can be overwhelming, right? We have the goal, we know what we want to accomplish, we have a time frame that we'd like to accomplish it in, and it's just not working. It's just not going. And we just are struggling. What should we do? What should we do? That's why it's so imperative that you have a support during this time. Be consistent. If you have the willpower, let's just say for smoking, right? If you have the willpower to stop smoking for 1 week, that's wonderful and should be celebrated. Even one day should be celebrated. But the only way you're going to build your willpower is to do whatever it takes to avoid cigarettes today, tomorrow, and forever. Really, willpower is a tricky concept. But if you think about it as you wake up with 100 units, and every time you make a decision or do something around that your willpower is diminished, it'll help you navigate through this and also help you make decisions when appropriate for the goals that you want to achieve. Because if you make a bunch of decisions in the morning that have nothing to do with your goals, and then in the afternoon you're trying to make decisions and you're just drained, you don't have any willpower, so you eat the cookies, you eat the candy, you do all that kind of stuff, then you're not going to succeed in that. But we all want to develop willpower, right? We want to break bad habits. We want to reach goals. Yet, and in order to do so, we must be willing to go that extra mile and fully commit ourselves to success, right? The commitment is right up front. When you have that committed, that rock solid commitment, and you know why you're committing to it, you then the willpower will grow. It's a muscle. It's going to be painful at times. You're going to have soreness, but it will grow.